Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the 97070 Show. I'm your host, Peyton. Seniors, make sure to check out the College and Career website for more information on local scholarships. Contact Ms. Tucker if you need assistance with filling out any of the applications. Also, the local community colleges have preview days on April 21st, so click the links on the College and Career Center's newsletter if you're interested in joining. This week, Jasmine Brown interviewed Wilsonville's new SRO. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Peyton. Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm being joined by Zach Kersey, our new resource officer. So how has it been working here?
It's been good. I've only been here for about, I'd say probably a week. I've only done a couple days. But I did get the opportunity to go to senior night at the varsity football game and got to see the Wildcats actually destroy the Canby Cougars. Is it the Cougars? Yes. Some sort of football team that Canby has, but
With the time that you've been here, what do you think you're looking forward to the most?
I think I'm looking most forward to getting to know everybody who goes to this school and actually being able to get to know the community that I serve. Up until now, I've worked patrol out in the county, and I haven't really gotten to know my community super well. So it'll be nice to be in a much more tight-knit area talking to people that I actually get to serve.
All right. And then what inspired you to be a resource officer, and why did you want this job?
It's a long story, but I grew up in a rough part of Portland, and I never had really that many good relationships or contacts with police. And for me, growing up without those positive contacts with police, I felt like the job kind of interested in me, and it was something where it was a job where I thought that I might be able to have those good relationships with people as a police officer and kind of improve the job by becoming a part of it. And I think the school resource officer position really attracted me because it's one of the few positions where you can really have an impact on somebody's life and be able to help them. Most of the time when I'm working out in the county, it's usually just holding people accountable, and I would much rather be in a position where I can help people who are just getting started and try and lift them up. So I think that it's going to be a really rewarding experience for me.
Since you are now a high school resource officer, what was your experience in high school?
Well, I went to high school a lot more recently than most of my coworkers, so I could probably answer this one the best out of all of them. I went to Benson Polytechnic High School in Portland. I had a lot of fun when I was there. It was a great school. I was actually the class clown and ended up being the prom king. Humble brag. But anyway, we never had a school resource officer, and there was some things that happened there that I wasn't a super fan of that were potentially dangerous situations that could have been avoided if we had a school resource officer. So I'm really excited to be in this position and be able to maybe mitigate some of those things that happened to me when I was in high school that you guys don't need to experience.
And then with this being your first year, what do you anticipate will be the most difficult part?
Probably getting to know everybody. I know that coming into this next school year, there's going to be 1,500 students here and all the faculty members, so I might have some difficulty remembering names at first, so just give me a chance. I'll remember, maybe a couple times. Your name was like Jackie or John?
Close, yeah.
Something with a J, right?
Yep.
Yeah, got it. Okay. I'm doing well. But I think that's going to be the most difficult part, is just getting to know all you guys, because there's a ton of you, and all of you are equally important to me, so I'm going to try real hard to start getting to know everybody.
And with that high school experience, was there anyone else or anything else that may have inspired you to become a resource officer as well?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. I'm the first person in my family to become a police officer, and I never really had anyone that I had a strong connection with growing up that was a police officer. And I really, growing up, I never really specifically wanted to be a cop. But through all the years and the contacts I had with police, I thought that I could do the job and do the job well and be able to do the job in a way where I could really help people. So I thought it was, if anything, just my responsibility to do that if I could.
And then finally, one of our last questions is, in the past few months, there have been pushes to get rid of resource officers in high schools. And we're just wondering, what is your opinion on that?
So I can't speak to my personal opinion on whether or not you should have the job that I'm currently in, because obviously that could be biased. I know there's a lot of arguments on both sides of the fence as far as whether or not schools should have school resource officers, and all those arguments are equally valid. But I do know that this district decided to put me in this position and to have this position in general. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it's worthwhile while I'm here, and that the decision to keep me is a good one. So I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that I do everything for you guys that I can.
Is there anything you'd like to say to high schoolers maybe watching this video right now?
Nothing comes to mind specifically, but if they're watching this while they're in class, they should probably just get back to class and get off your phone. The teacher's watching. I'm watching. There's cameras everywhere. All over the place.
All right, that is all. Thank you. Back to you, Peyton.
Thanks, Jasmine, and welcome to Wilsonville Deputy Kiersey. Fiona took us along with the cross-country team to the final meet of the season. Over to you, Fiona.
1, 2, 3, cap! We're here at the district cross-country meet with Nolan and Katrina. Katrina, how did your race go today?
Very good. It was a nice course. It was flat, just like half the team.
Nolan, how are you feeling about your race and what's going on with your mask?
My mask?
It's one of a kind.
I'm feeling good about this race. It's flat and the grass isn't like squishy. It's like hard.
It's like green grass too.
Yeah.
It's green.
Green and has daisies on it. Is that your favorite type of grass?
Yeah. I like. Do you want like a demo for your video? Here.
Oh,
Can
sure.
we get the sound? It's good sounding grass. It's crunchy.
It's hard.
It's good quality grass. You don't find this stuff in Wilsonville.
It's nice grass. That's the grass you want for cross country.
Amen, sister.
WBN segment. This is Ro. Katrina just finished her last high school cross country race ever, and she killed it.
Yeah.
Nolan.
Is this really gonna go?
This is gonna be. Yeah, Rowan's
Can we
last.
redo that?
And Nolan's here. For another
I'm gonna
Nolan's
beat
just
Rowan
here.
this time. Start it over.
Guys, this is Mason. He finished first for Wilsonville. Mason, how'd your race go?
It was good. I tried to stick with the pack, and then somebody dropped off, and I was kind of on myself. Yeah, I gave it everything I got. I think as a team we did well, and hoping next year we can have a real season. But for the 4 meets we had this year, it was good.
I'll interview you.
Okay.
Hayden, do you have anything you want to add?
Very good season. I'm really glad that the team pushed through that. I think we had very good willpower this season.
Good.
We put in a lot of work, and that ended up being a really good season, a really good last race. So I'm really proud of this team here.
It's a good race. Good season.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, Fiona. Spring sports started competing this week, so stay updated on our Instagram for the game schedules and the broadcast links. Hallie and Bella took us along to see what the process of getting a COVID vaccination is like. Over to you guys.
Thanks, Pam. So through our job, we work at Kumon, where we tutor kids. So we were able to get the vaccine a little bit earlier, and we both just finished our 2 weeks after the second dose, and we're both so vaccinated. Woo!
So today we're going to Krispy Kreme because Krispy Kreme is now doing a thing where if you're vaccinated, you can go get a free donut. I believe it's every day if you want to for the rest of the year. So we're going to go try it out today and get our free donut because yay!
And we'll explain how the whole vaccination process worked while we're on our way. We just made it to Krispy Kreme.
So we got our free donuts and it's a just original glazed one. Unboxing. Oh my god.
So we're going to tell you about how we got our vaccines.
Yes, we both got ours at the Oregon Convention Center up in Portland, the mass vaccination site, and it was very different, at least for me, between my first and second dose.
Yeah, they changed a lot of their checkpoints and got generally pretty quick.
They moved it all into like this one room down on the like main level of the convention center, and you kind of just went to all these different little checkpoints where, like you said, showed your insurance, your ID.
Yeah, and so you're like in a line for a little bit, and like on your left and right there's just a giant space of people getting vaccinated.
And then after you get your shot, you go and sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure you don't have like immediate reactions. I didn't see anybody who did. I didn't. So it was very quick. My second dose took probably about 30 minutes to get through, in and out.
Yeah, my second dose took about 30 minutes as well. My first dose, however, took like 2 hours.
For the first dose, I had just like a small headache, but nothing too major. In the second dose, I got pretty lucky. Never felt really sick. I was very tired, but that was about it. So I got pretty lucky in that sense.
For my first dose, I was completely fine and didn't feel any sort of like effects at all. But my second dose totally wiped me out. I was exhausted. I slept all day and I actually ended up throwing up because I was really nauseous. But it like broke at like 12 hours, and from there on out I was fine, and it was totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
To be able to like sit in the car without masks at least.
So, very exciting. Thanks for joining us on our adventure to Krispy Kreme. And if you have your vaccine, go get a free donut with your vaccination card.
Alright, back to you, Peyton.
Thanks, guys. Forecasting ends today, so make sure that your selections are done. Thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in next week and stay classy, Wildcats.